Bryan Caplan, Selfish Reasons to Have More Kids, Why Being a Great Parent is Less Work and More Fun Than You Think. In the book, Selfish Reasons to Have More Kids, author Bryan Caplan explores the benefits and misconceptions around starting a family, parenting styles, and the impact of our choices on society. By examining studies on parents' happiness, parenting approaches, and safety concerns, Caplan offers a fresh perspective on the rewards and challenges of parenthood, advocating for a more relaxed approach to raising children. The book also touches upon global issues such as overpopulation and environmental concerns, and concludes with practical advice for those wishing for more grandchildren.
Parenthood and Happiness. Is having children a good decision? The article explores the data from different angles and presents a nuanced view of the correlation between parenthood and happiness. Many people make the decision to have children without considering the data and statistics behind it. So, is having children actually a good idea? The answer is not straightforward and depends on how you look at it. This article explores parenthood from various angles and presents a nuanced view of the correlation between having children and happiness. One way to analyze parenthood is through the customer satisfaction lens. In a study, 91% of parents claim they do not regret their decision to have children and would do it again. Conversely, more than two-thirds of childless people over the age of 40 had regrets about not having children. This indicates that an overwhelming majority of parents are happy with their children, while childless individuals often regret their decision later on. Another way to analyze parenthood is by looking at overall happiness in life. At first glance, parents tend to be happier than non-parents on average. However, this is because parents tend to be older, married, and church-going, which are factors positively correlated with happiness. When these factors are controlled for, there is a slightly negative correlation between having children and happiness. However, the negative effect is minimal, and it is possible to reverse it by improving one's parenting approach and life in general. In conclusion, there is no straightforward answer to whether having children is a good decision. The data presented in this article shows that parenthood can offer great satisfaction for many individuals. However, it also requires adjustments to one's approach to parenting and life in general. Parenting with free time. Modern parenting can feel like a burden, with parents dedicating significantly more time to child care than in previous generations. However, it doesn't have to be this way. Parents can create more freedom in their lives by allowing their children to choose activities they enjoy and shortening family vacations. Additionally, hiring help like a cleaning service or babysitter can alleviate stress and provide much-needed personal time. By focusing on what works for the family as a whole, rather than just the children, modern parents can make parenting a more enjoyable experience. Parenting, does it really matter? Parents worry that not sacrificing everything for their children would ruin their future. But research indicates that specific parenting styles don't really matter, and it's nature, not nurture, that mostly explains why children resemble their parents in the lives they lead. Upbringing has little or no effect on factors like overall health, intelligence, or happiness in adulthood. However, parenting does have an effect on children's memory of their parents and how appreciative they'll be of their efforts. So, treat your kids with kindness and respect without worrying that you'll ruin their future. The safety of kids today. Despite what the media portrays, children today are much safer than they were in the 1950s. Thanks to medical innovations, deaths from infectious diseases have decreased 80% since 1950. Technological developments have also led to a sharp decline in accidental deaths for every age group. Even during war, the risk of adult children dying has decreased dramatically. Children under the age of 5 are about 5 times safer, and those between the ages of 5 and 15 are about 4 times safer than before. This means that parents today should be sleeping better than ever before, and comparing the present to the idyllic 50s is not accurate. The true reasons behind declining fertility rates. Despite popular belief, the decline in fertility rates worldwide cannot be solely attributed to the difficulties of raising children. Today's families have never been richer, and technology has made parenting easier. Additionally, the notion that having more children provides financial security is an outdated idea. The real reasons behind this trend remain elusive, but it's evident that it's not due to the challenges of child rearing. Finding the right number of children. Deciding to have more children is a tough choice, but overemphasizing immediate negatives can hinder the long-term rewards of parenting. The right number of children varies over time, and it's important to consider every major life stage for a child. While it may seem easier to base this decision on early childhood struggles, having one child or none at all usually looks like a mistake in the big picture of life. Creating a better world through children. Rather than seeing global overpopulation as a deterrent to having children, consider the benefits of more people. More people equate to more ideas, innovation, and a larger talent pool, ultimately contributing to the betterment of society. Additionally, our current social system requires fertility for future support of the sick and elderly, as there are fewer working individuals to support more retirees. Lastly, population growth can be managed with government intervention to incentivize businesses to develop cleaner technologies and environmentally friendly products. By having children, you are investing in a better future for society. Increasing your grandchildren odds. Do you want more grandchildren? Here are 2 useful guidelines to increase your chances of having them. First, offer your support in raising their children, but don't criticize their parenting. Second, subtly and tactfully reward your children for each grandchild they give you, for example, by setting up trusts for your grandchildren to pay for their expenses like college. As a grandparent, having grandchildren is a great deal. They're cute, playful, and fun to be around, but the best part is that you can send them home whenever you need a break. If you're looking to increase the probability of having grandchildren, there are 2 useful guidelines for you. The first guideline is to offer your support in raising their children, but don't criticize their parenting. It's common among grandparents to offer child-rearing assistance, but it usually comes with unwanted interference and criticism. It's important to avoid this, as it may discourage your children from having more children. Although you might feel your opinion is justified, it's crucial to avoid imposing your ideal parenting style on them. Remember that parenting style does not matter much, as long as the children are raised relatively normally. The second guideline is to subtly and tactfully reward your children for each grandchild they give you. Monetary rewards work surprisingly well in boosting birth rates according to policy research. You can achieve this by setting up trusts for your grandchildren, with your children as the trustees. This allows them to pay for expenses like college, which they'd normally have to pay for themselves. By following these simple guidelines, you can increase your chances of having grandchildren. It's important to remember that the most crucial thing is to offer support and love to your children and grandchildren, and to avoid unwanted interference in their parenting.
Bryan Caplan's book makes a powerful argument in favor of having more children, challenging common misconceptions and encouraging a more relaxed approach to parenting. Highlights from the text include the overall satisfaction parents experience, the minimal impact of specific parenting styles, and the importance of creating good memories for children. In addition, Caplan makes a compelling case for the potential benefits of population growth and the role of grandchildren in the lives of the elderly. Ultimately, the book encourages readers to reconsider the long-term rewards of parenting and offers guidance on deciding the number of children that may be right for them.